see if we can give this a second here to get started. Make sure that everything else is on mute. Hopefully that'll work. 1 second. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way. 1 second. Just getting a little feedback, so hang on 1 second. Technology, you know. I don't know. Can you guys hear feedback? Because I can, so. Try this here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Nope. Hi, Connie. 1 second. I had this perfect last time, but now it's bad. Okay. I think we're okay now. All right. 1 second. It's still doing it here. Oh, like first crafty hour of the new year, and it's not cooperating. So, all right, we're just gonna roll with this, and hopefully y'all can hear me, and hopefully it's okay. So, hi, Happy New Year. My name is 𝗧𝗢𝗣𝗖𝗓, and I am ButterDish Designs, and this is Crafty Hour episode 55, the first episode of 2023. So, all right, you can see here the new catalogs went live, and 1 second. Now we can actually show them to you. And we are going to be using the Country Floral Lane suite here that you can find on page 8 and 9 and 10. So, okay. So, anyways, I'm hearing myself and it's just loud. Okay, we are going to be using the Country Boutique bundle, which is a stamp set and a punch. Punch here, super cute. And then we are also going to be using the Country Floral Lane 12x12 Designer Series paper, the Country Gingham 6x6, and that should be about it. We're also going to use one of the stitched rectangle dies. So tonight's whole thing is about this, and then I just made a bonus from the leftover pieces, which we'll do as well. So you can hear it. This little box here perfectly holds Tic Tacs. So let's just switch views here. All right, there we go. So, and it was very easy to take what I used to make this to go ahead and make this here. So we're going to also make a matching card to go with it. So let me set this off to the side. Got my glue holder. All right. So for this, you are going to need, we're going to use this time, we're going to use the Balmy Blue. And this piece here, out of, that's the smaller pack, the Country Gingham. Okay, and I've got a couple scraps of white. We're going to use that as well. And let's just start with the measurements and stuff like that, and we'll get along here. Hi, Oreo. Oreo's down underneath my feet. So, all right, grab my trimmer. I also have to grab my notes. Always making notes when I have ideas, so. Okay, so to start with, we're going to go ahead and cut this, and we need, let's see here, like you normally would if you were making 2 cards. So 4 1/4. I'm sorry guys, it's just really bugging me here with this. Hi Lisa, Happy New Year. Is it echoing on your end? I just need to know. If anybody would tell me, I'd appreciate it. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm just going to listen to myself talk tonight then and try to ignore myself. All right, because it's weird because I'm hearing myself twice. Okay, so we're going to start with the base. The base needs to be 5 3/4 inches. We'll set that part aside. And then we need to turn it, and it needs to be 3 5/8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the lid. And this needs to be 5 7/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just so you guys know, it's just a hair. So, and then turn that, and we need to do 2 3/16. Yeah. And don't worry, you can rewatch this for the measurements. And 1, 2, 3. All right. Got my second guessing myself here. All right. There we go. All right. So now we're going to score. And don't hate me when we get to this piece for the measurements. So, hi, Brenda. Because I'm going to give you some intense measurements, but it's not as bad as you think. So, second. All right, so this is our base, and we are going to score this at 1 7/8. So there we go. And then we're going to score it at 2 5/8. And next we're going on to 4 1/2. And last but not least is 5 1/4. Now I like to do the shorter measurements on this side, so I'm going to rotate this counterclockwise, and the last score will be at 3/4 of an inch, which is right there. Hi Sue, Happy New Year. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. Now, don't hate me for this one. It's just how it fits, okay? All right, so the box lid, we are going to score this at 1 29/30, which is just after the 1 7/8. So if you go to 1 7/8 is there, and it's basically halfway between that and the next one. All right, so there's that one. And then we're going 2 11/16. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10 11. There we go. So just before the 3/4. Okay, the next one we're going to do is 4 19/32. Okay, so that's just before the 4 5/8, which is there, and we're going to move it back just halfway between those two marks there. Okay, and then the last one is 5 3/8, which is the easiest measurement on this one. Okay, now on this one, we are going to rotate it clockwise, okay? And then it is going to be at 1 3/8, which would be easier to go this way with that one. There we go. I will be doing a blog post for this one, and I'll have all the measurements and stuff written down there. So don't stress, it'll be okay. Okay, so let's get to talking about what we're going to take off here. All right. So these are opposite, where the closing end is here and the closing end is here. The reason for that is so that when you have the box, the seam lines up. So here and here. It just makes for a nicer look. It's not really necessary, but it looks nice. Okay. And actually, we're going to stamp real quick on here. And I've got the 2 little double hearts and the little floral. That's what I did there. Hi, honey. Okay, so this one I did tone on tone, with the mint macaron, but this one we're going to use the balmy blue. Hi, Oreo. Oh, darling. Go on. She wanted to tell everybody hi. She's hanging out over the edge over there. All right, so I've got my scrap piece here. And just a little bit of foam cushion because it is photopolymer. Oh, she's coming back. Please don't step in the ink. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Oreo. I have to tell you all, it has to be all of you. And Cody says hi, Oreo. Because she doesn't do this to me on the regular unless I'm live. So it's kind of funny. Oh, wait, she's coming back. Come on. I have a chair next to me, so I'm hoping she'll just lay down there. All right, back to stamping. Just kind of making our own pattern paper here. So by all means, do whatever you would like. And yes, some of this will be cut away. All right, let's go. Oh, oh, crafting with cats, y'all. Crafting with cats. I think she just wants attention. Let's go to this one. And like I said, no rhyme or reason, just getting these down here. And that should be plenty. Okay, let me set those aside. Close this ink pad before she steps in it. Let's get out our scissors here. Okay, so for this piece, we are going to cut straight up the score lines, just to that bottom score mark there. You can see that there. We're going to do this first. Okay, so we are going to notch this side. So I took it at a little bit of an angle there. We are going to notch this side. These little flaps here, we are going to notch those. And by notch, I just mean taking out the tiniest sliver on that side. So you can see there. Go to this other notch here. Do both sides of that. And all you do is cut up to that score line. This one here. Yeah, she's loving my box too. If it only had cat treats in it. Okay, so there's that one. And let's go to the lid. So the lid, we're doing the opposite, remember? So, but we're still going to do the same process. We're going to cut up to that score line. Oops. Okay, and we're going to notch these out. I cut that a little past, so I'm just going to trim that just a smidge up, basically the score line. And we're going to notch this. Basically, we're just doing the opposite of this. Okay, notch this side here. And here. All right, so here's the base. And actually, let me turn this over so you can see it a little bit better. So there's the base, and there's the lid. So those are how those should look. Let's go ahead and put this together. So go ahead and fold and burnish. They're really easy to fold, so I don't even have my bone folder out. Okay, so I like to use the multi-purpose liquid glue for this. And basically, we're folding in that tab and that first little panel there. You'll apply a thin layer of glue here. And then you can just fold this one over, just the right piece. Turn it sideways so I can see. And so you can see our box is starting to take shape. Okay. Now I like to glue the front flap towards the back. So I know that this is the back because that side seam there. I'm going to keep that on the back. So a little bit of glue on these interior flaps and then on the front flap. If you put it down, it's easy to make sure it maintains its shape. And give that a second. And if I had my bone folder, I would take it and put it down in there. I don't, so I'm going to use my scissors, my snips. Okay, so that's your base. Let's go ahead and do the lid. So again, just fold on all your score lines. All right. And again, we're doing that first section and the tab. And just remember, it's opposite. And then the last section over here. Oops. That glue gives you just a minute to move stuff around. And since this is where that seam is, this is going to be the back. So we're going to put glue here, here, and here. And it doesn't take much. Okay, fold that over. And I'm just going to push a little bit. And the box really is that simple. So seam here, seam here. And actually, I found these Valentine's Day Tic Tacs at Target. So you see they fit in there perfectly. And here is, there we go. So there's that. So from that piece, we're going to go ahead and decorate that. And then we're going to do the card with this leftover piece here and this leftover piece here. So let's go ahead and finish making this. So I have this, I've cut a strip off the paper here, the Country Lane. It's this one. And what we're going to do is take the punch here. Just put these over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch the one for the card as well. When you have patterns like this that fit perfectly in the punch, it's easier for me to cut the strip so that I can stick it in there. So. All right, so the only other thing I did on this one here is I stamped the For You, which is in the same stamp set, and I just used a scrap. Let's see here. I didn't measure anything, I didn't cut it. I just used a strip like this. Okay, let's get that memento out. There we go. I left a little bit of room on this side of it so that I could adhere it. And then on this side here, I just trimmed it down to the length that I wanted it. I made the cut into the center and then cornered that from the corners to make a little banner flag. No fancy tools needed, just that. So there we go. All right, let me grab my dimensionals. I had them here. This is what happens when you're having fun. They're in my bucket, of course. Okay, so we're going to be putting this on here. And because this is that petal pink, I am going to stack this on this one to kind of tie in that coloring. All right. There we go. I'm going to apply just a little bit of glue. There we go. And I'm put a little bit of glue on the back of this small heart. There we are. And a dimensional. I'd actually go ahead and put at least 2 on that, just to give it a little bit more stability. Oh, I moved that heart. See, that's what's good about that glue. All right, so we're gonna go just like so. And there we have it in balmy blue. Okay, so with our pieces that we have left over, let's go ahead and make this card. I promise it's super quick. I'm going to trim this matte layer down to 4. I believe I did 4. And then turn this around here. 5 1/4. Which it's actually at. Okay. And then let's score this at 5 1/2. We have our standard A2 card size, just a 10th fold. And nope, I did a little bit smaller than that. So that would be 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so because this piece is 5 by 3 3/4, we're going to start with this extra piece here, and it is going to be 4 3/4. What did I just say? 3 3/4, so 3 1/2. And what I did here, so to give it a little bit of space on this mat, was that I cut this at, this first piece is cut at 1 1/4, and these 2 pieces are cut at 1 inch. So we're going to do this 1 inch. I'm going to flip this over and do the middle piece at 1 1/4. And then this piece will be at 1 inch. I hope that makes sense, because we are just alternating the colors of the paper. Can't pick it up. Okay, so this is our mat here. And I just simply do the middle piece first, and then I eye the sides. If you want to measure it out, by all means, if you want it to be exact, but I find just eyeballing it is fine. This is a great way to make sure you use those scraps right away. And all right. Make sure that's centered, pretty much. And then these will go on the sides. And then let's go ahead and do this other side. And if you're afraid of glue, don't be. Just practice with squeezing it and so forth. And once you get used to it, it's great. All right. Let's take our card base here. Go ahead and pull that. And I'm finding the floral here because you can see here on this card, just to add a little extra, I stamped the background, the back of this here. And you're only going to see the tiniest bit of this, so don't stress about where it's at and so forth. And just remember to turn and move it around. Okay. Do this open heart. And voila, we're done. Let's go ahead and pop this up on top of there. Or don't, you could glue it directly down, but we're going to pop it. Just going to center this. There we go. Now the only thing we have left to do besides add these little pieces here is I did want to show you the brand new little boho blue die cut machine. It is adorable. So we are going to cut just one piece, okay? Just one piece. And that is if you join during celebration right now. So it's kind of cool. All right. So I'm just going to cut this in half because we just need a scrap piece. And we are going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day and use the one stitched rectangle die through there. And we'll be done. I flubbed that. That's why there's a backside. There we go. So when I send this through to cut it, I am going to make sure that the die stays a little bit extra room on this side to adhere the heart. Okay. So I'm not going to center it. Right. There we go. Just that one little piece. Okay, so I'm going to start with this here piece. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue to get this started. Yeah. And then we're going to hide the boo-boo. A little bit more glue. Should I put on that side? All right. I'm going to add some dimensionals, and we'll be done. I do want to put one close in here on the heart because it's pretty straight on there. No, Sue, it is the one that goes with the suite, the Country Gingham 6x6. Hi, Cheryl. All right, so here we go. And then let's not forget to add the little petal pink heart there. We're going to do that like that one. And there we go. You're welcome. So, easy way to use up those extra pieces, because you can get this out of one sheet of cardstock and then one 6x6 and then 2 punched out heart sets. So there you go. And it doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. These be cute for anything. Just have them on hand and hand them out. And like I said, any regular box of Tic Tacs will fit in there. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's crafty hour. If you missed any of it, just go ahead and wait for the replay and you can watch it. Yeah, thanks, Sue. I really do like to get the most of that and not have so many scraps. So you might as well just make the card while you're at it, because it didn't take us very long at all. So, I mean, it's only 7:48 and we talked a bit and here we are. So it's not bad at all. So thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. And I'll see you next week for Crafty Hour episode 56. If you have any questions of this, just let me know. I'll make a comment on here when I post it on the blog. It'll be probably tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. And I'll get all those measurements on there, or you can just watch the replay. So, okay. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.